Okay, good morning guys. So this was the challenge that I set you yesterday. So it's a construction challenge. So what it asks you to do is draw four rough copies of this square. So let's do that first of all. We make four squares. So one, so we'll call that square one. Okay, make another one. Two, and then four. Okay, so it asks you to construct four rough copies of it. Using straight lines, can you divide the square into two right angled triangles? Okay, so using straight lines, can we divide it into two right angled triangles? So let's give this one a go. So if we draw a line from here to here, okay, so what we have here is we have two right angled triangles when we do this. So, so if we think about this here, so here, that's a right angle, so that's 90 degrees. And then we have a right angle up here as well. That's also 90 degrees. So we have two right angle triangles and we've used one line. We've turned this square into two right angle triangles. So can we make three right angle triangles? Okay, so let's try and do that. So we could draw a line from here to here. Okay, so that gives us two. And can we get another one if we draw a line from here to here? Okay, that's going to give us three right angle triangles. So you're going to have one here, that's 90, and then you're going to have one here, one here. So that's 90, and that's 90. So 90 degrees. So there are three angles. So there's one and two. So here's one, two, and three. Three right angle triangles. Okay, so that's one, two, four right angle triangles. So again, I think you might guess how we do that one. So we can simply draw a line down here. Draw a line here. Okay, and now we've four right angle triangles. So we have this right angle here, this right angle here. So these are both 90 and 90. And then we have this right angle here, and this right angle here. That's 90. That's 90 as well. Okay, so one, two, three, and four. That's four right angle triangles. And can you have an isosceles triangle and two right angled triangles? Okay, so just to remember what we mean by an isosceles triangle, so if we just draw this down here, so let's say we have a triangle. So with an isosceles triangle, what you're going to have, you will have, so this side and this side will be of equal length, and then therefore if those sides are of equal length, then this angle and this angle will be equal to each other. So we could call this angle A, and then this is angle A. So the A will be equal to A, and then if we call this length A and length B, length A will be equal to length B. So that's what we mean by an isosceles triangle that's mentioned here. So can we using straight lines, can we divide this up into and get this kind of a triangle? And we can. Like if we do this, so if we draw a line from here to here, and then if we draw a line from here to here, so what we get when we do this, we get, so this line and this line, let's say, so this is line A, this is line B, they're equal to each other, and then therefore this angle here, angle A and angle B, are going to be equal to each other as well. So A is equal to B, and then the angles A is equal to the angle B. Now also then as well, what do we get? So we get one isosceles triangle, but then we also get two right angles. So this here is a right angle, and then this here is a right angle. And you can see here that we get so we can see here that we get this here is one triangle, okay, and then for this side here we get the other other triangle as well, and these are both right angle triangles, okay. And then in the middle then you have your isosceles triangle, which is this one in the middle in here. Okay, so you can see there that you have what it's asked you for. It's asked you for an isosceles triangles and two right angle triangles. So you have two right angle triangles, so one here and the other one here. They're the two right angle triangles, and then your isosceles triangle here in the middle. Okay, so draw two equilateral triangles by using just 5 lines. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, so we're allowed to use 5 lines, and we need to draw an equilateral triangle. So first of all, we have to remember what an equilateral triangle is. So let me just draw one, just as a refresher of memory. So if we have an equilateral triangle, so an equilateral triangle, what that would mean is that, so you'll have, let's say, so the angle A, the angle B, and the angle C, the angle C. So the angle A will be equal, so the angle A will be equal to the angle B, will be equal to the angle C. So all those angles will be equal to each other. But also then as well, the 3 sides as well will be equal to each other. So imagine this is side A, this is side B, this is side C. So A will be equal to B, will be equal to C. So these will be equal to each other. And that's what we mean by an equilateral triangle. So the question tells us that we can draw 2 equilateral triangles using 5 lines. Okay, so how might we do that? So how might we go about doing that? So what we can do is, so if we take, so we can use 3 lines to draw, one of these guys, okay? So let's just do that, and I'm just going to use this here. So that's one equilateral triangle, and then so that's 3 of our lines used up. Now what we can do then is we can use 2 more lines. So let's say if I was to draw a line out here like this. Okay, so pick my point here. And then if I was to draw another line here. There we go. So what we get is, so essentially if you like, so we have one, so this one here, so this length and this length is equal to each other. All these angles are equal to each other. And this length here. And then you have the same on this side as well. So really what you could say is that you have this one and this one is like a reflection of it. It's like a reflection of this initial angle up here. So you could imagine that you have like a river or body of water running along here. Okay, and then this is like standing on the bank. There's a reflection of itself then being cast here. So that's one way that you can use. So you have, let's say, a triangle, an equilateral triangle, and you're able to draw it using 5 lines. So that's the way I would do it, like so. So the next one then, what they ask you to do is to draw 2 equilateral triangles by using just 4 lines. So we want to get the same kind of setup as this, but we want to just use 4 lines. So how might we go about doing that? So a way that I would do that, I would do it like this. So imagine you have this line here. I'm gonna copy this. So that's one line. Okay, so that's one line. Then you can draw another line through that like this. So that's 2 lines. Okay, and then we can draw a line across like this. It's 3 lines. And then we can draw a line across like this. So that's 4 lines. Okay, let's just rub out these little bits there. Okay, so you can get something like this. And what you essentially have there is you have 2 equilateral triangles, but you've only used 4 lines to draw it. Okay, so again, this side, this side, this side are going to be equal. This angle, this angle, this angle are going to be equal to. So this angle will be an opposite of this angle, so they're going to be equal. And this, this line, and these lines will all be equal as well. So there's triangle 1 and triangle 2. So it's kind of the same thing as this, except you're flipping it on its head. So imagine you have, so you could have like a bank like so, and you have water. Okay, so you have this triangle. It's on the bank, looking at its reflection in a river as well. So it's like a reflection. Looking at itself, contemplating its life as a triangle. So that's what we mean by, so that's what the challenge then, so I think that covers everything that I asked you to do in the challenge. which was the construction challenge. So you have, so that's those two parts then as well. So that's how you do those, guys. Hopefully that makes sense, and have a nice weekend, and we will see you all next week. Okay, thank you.